Hey everyone, have you ever felt like a Genshin Impact update was just more than you expected? Well, buckle up because version 5.8 is absolutely massive. We're talking new characters, an entire new area to explore, big story developments, a fresh boss, awesome skins, tons of events, and some really cool quality of life changes that are going to make playing the game so much smoother. Honestly, this patch has something for every single one of us, whether you're meticulously saving your Primogems, eagerly awaiting new characters, or just curious about what's coming next. Some of these additions are even going to change how we approach the game from here on out. Out of Primogems? Don't worry, I've got a way to save money and get double the Genesis crystals. This is lootbar.gg. It works just like the in-game top-up system, but with up to 25% off, and new users even get a 10% extra discount using the link in the pinned comment. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $85 on Lootbar, and each update they release an exclusive $77 bundle available for your first purchase every version. All you need is your UID, no password, no login. Just pick your bundle, select your server, enter your UID, and your crystals get delivered in seconds. Lootbar has awesome reviews. It's fast, secure, and trusted by tons of players. If you're planning to recharge for Genshin Impact, Star Rail, or Wuthering Waves, don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and top up now with Lootbar. Safe, fast, and way more affordable. So let's dive right into the biggest news. Version 5.8 is officially set to drop on July 30th, and it truly feels like HoYoverse is pulling out all the stops before we head into the next region, Nod Cry. The absolute centerpiece of 5.8 is undoubtedly the introduction of a brand new 5-star Electro character named Inifa, and she's already generating a ton of buzz. She's a polearm user designed around a totally new mechanic called Lunar Electrocharged. If that sounds a bit unfamiliar, don't worry, I'll break it down. Her kit is all about enhancing electrocharged reactions in a way we haven't seen before. Instead of just the usual Electro plus Hydro reaction, Inifa adds a passive that creates an electro cloud that floats above enemies, dealing continuous damage over time. What makes this so unique is that it scales not just off elemental mastery, but also attack, critical rate, and critical damage. This means you're not locked into building her as just a support character. You can actually play her as a hybrid DPS or sub-DPS depending on your team composition. And if you're a fan of shielders, there's even more good news. Her elemental skill summons a shield that protects you and auto-attacks, and it even comes back with her elemental burst. She's essentially a reaction enabler, off-field shielder, and support all rolled into one. A lot of players are already calling her a kind of upgraded Beidou and Diona hybrid, but Innefa isn't the only character making an appearance in this patch. According to multiple reliable sources, we're also getting reruns of Mualani, Chaska, and Citlali. This makes the banner lineup pretty stacked, especially if you missed out on Mualani or Chaska before. What's still a bit up in the air is the exact banner order. There are theories that Innefa will be in the first phase, but we don't have final confirmation on that yet, so it's probably best to wait for the official livestream before you decide where to spend your pulls. Alongside Innefa, we're also getting a new free 4-star weapon through an event, though the exact name seems to be shifting in translations. From the early info, it looks like it will synergize heavily with electrocharged or lunar electrocharged teams, likely boosting the damage dealt during those reactions. Moving on from characters to the world itself, one of the most exciting aspects of 5.8 is the expansion into a new region called Marjavari, also known as the Ashen Sea. This is a desolate, fiery zone that looks like a volcanic desert, complete with crimson skies and ash-filled landscapes. It's the kind of place that really sells Nod Cry as a land of extremes. And there's an absolutely awesome visual detail. In the sky above this zone, you'll actually see Bennett's constellation glowing. What's more, directly beneath that constellation is a new arena where a story-related boss called Bakunawa is located. If Bennett's constellation is literally shining over the Ashen Sea, then yeah, it's basically a soft confirmation that he's from Nod Cry, just like we've been speculating for years. HoYoverse doesn't place details like that randomly. It finally connects his pyro vision to his true origin. And speaking of characters, let's talk about skins. This patch brings 2 new character outfits, and one of them is even free. Bennett gets a new skin as part of the main summer event, and you've probably already seen it in leaks. It's got that fun, beachy Natlin vibe, almost like a young adventurer on summer break, and it fits his personality perfectly. Yelan, on the other hand, is getting a paid skin, though visuals haven't leaked yet. Multiple leakers suggest it's going to be swimsuit-themed or at least inspired by Fontaine's elegant fashion, so expect something sleek, maybe with a touch of mystery, just like her personality. This skin will probably cost 1,350 Genesis crystals during the promotional period, then go up to 1,680 after the patch ends, similar to past paid skins. All of this ties into the big seasonal event for the patch, officially titled Sunsray Summer Resort. This is the major hub of activity in 5.8, and it's where you'll unlock Bennett's skin and earn all the usual rewards: Primogems, talent books, mystic enhancement ore, and so on. Based on past event structures, we'll likely be playing through a mix of combat challenges, photo missions, and mini-games, with different characters showing up to join in the fun. There's also a second event featuring Yellen called Tracing Vanishing Trails. In this story, you and Paimon are just going for tea at Yilong Wharf, and naturally you run into Yellen. Things quickly spiral into an investigation involving a secret case. It sounds a lot like the style of her original story quest, so fans of her detective vibe will probably love this. There's also a more emotional event called Moments of Tevat, Prelude of the Frozen Vale. This is likely the memory album mentioned in Leaks, where you revisit old regions and remember key moments and companions. Expect a lot of cutscenes and soft music, one of those feel-good nostalgia events Genshin likes to do before a big regional shift. And finally, an event called An Easy Breezy Natlan in an Easy Breezy Summer is all about exploration. If you fully clear the new area during 5.8, you'll get a bonus 400 Primogems, but only if you do it before the patch ends, so don't wait too long if you want those free pulls. Speaking of quality of life, 5.8 also adds some really helpful improvements. First, quests will now auto-change the in-game time if a task requires it. No more pulling out the clock and manually adjusting every time a quest needs you to wait until 6 a.m. Second, there's finally going to be a volume control option during dialogue scenes, which is something players have been asking for since literally version 1.0. And the last one is more exploration-focused. Every wild animal or creature on the map will now show which character in your party can track it. One last thing worth noting, Imaginarium Theater is also getting an update with new poses for Ryothesli, Chaska, Razor, and Yunjin. These are purely cosmetic, but a nice touch for those of you who love the photo and pose system, especially with Genshin leaning more into avatar-style expression tools lately. So yeah, version 5.8 is shaping up to be a pretty huge patch. It's not just filler before Nod Cry, it's a genuine step toward what comes next, with new systems like Lunar Electrocharged, more visual storytelling with Bennett's Constellation, and events that mix fun with emotional callbacks. Whether you're here for the new boss fights, the story content, or just collecting skins, there's a lot to look forward to. If you want more updates like this, full kit breakdowns, or banner guides as we get closer to the patch, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Also, let me know in the comments below, who are you pulling for, and do you think INNEFA's new reaction is going to change the meta, or just be a fun gimmick? I'll catch you in the next one.